I don't want to see this white dude. I need to. Oh, sorry. I think I pressed the button to go possibly live. So,
Travis, we didn't talk about Wentz last week, did we? Travis?
No, he's saying he's shaking his head. You know,
no,
I didn't see his head shaking.
He's trying to give you a silent feedback.
Travis, you need to get your ass together now.
What do you mean?
I know must be some black people gave you a hard time today.
About what?
I don't know. Because you acting like damn something wrong with you. Like you got a damn issue or something.
No, I'm fine. I'm just from the hip.
Just remember me and Jason are the other black people.
Thank you.
I don't think he can get away with that, Coach. I don't know if he can designate what black people we are. I don't know if that's socially acceptable at the moment. Oh, man. Let's see here. Where's my phone so I can put out the show?
I'll be right back.
All right. You know we live, right?
Okay.
So, everybody's left me here. I'm going to hold it down. Not only did I set up the clips and get all the technology going, I guess I got to make sure I entertain the folks who watch us on the replay or here with us, watching on possible YouTube, Facebook, all those good places. I'm just glad you guys support us. So today we're going to talk about Cam DeLam getting tried up in his camp. We're going to talk about Tiger and his accident recently. We're going to talk about the Carson Wentz trade. We're going to give a recap on that Serena and Osaka match there. And then we're going to start a new one that we're probably going to do weekly, depending how it goes. An NBA top 10, where we're just going to play the top 10 plays from possibly the night before that we record, and have Coach give his opinion on it. So a nice little show, getting some new stuff, some old stuff, some new stuff, old stuff, new stuff.
Jason, I'm not very opinionated, so I don't know if I should be the one really giving my opinion on stuff. I'm the least opinionated out of everybody here.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you're known for.
You know what I'm saying?
How's everybody training going?
Well, nobody care about that.
You don't care about people training?
No, Travis just showed some kind of South Carolina, some kind of bullshit.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy getting the show retweeted out and all that. I ain't.
Show him again, Travis. Go ahead and show him again.
I got my water cup.
What's going on, Miss PV? Miss PV says she gonna be first in here this time.
I
she ain't dealing with our shenanigans.
Scared her to death. My bad, Miss PV.
What, you had a hoodie on and some Skittles in your pocket?
And something like that. My sister sent me one of them things where, you look at it, you're trying to focus on it, and all of a sudden something jump up at your face, like it's going to scare you. I sent that thing out to every female I can send it out to. And was just cracking up laughing when they were texting me back.
I got to do my show.
Oh, he must be talking to Chelsea.
Go see Mama. Go to Mama.
Halftime of Justin's basketball game. I didn't even know he's playing basketball.
How many points he got so far, Miss Peavy?
4.
7.
Oh, we're paying. Price right. I'm gonna go 10. I'm gonna say he balling.
No, he ain't balling.
You said that with so much certainty, Coach. He ain't balling.
How many points you got, Miss Beebe? I say he got 4. At halftime, he got 4 points.
Wait, does he start or does he not start? Because that's important.
I'm sure he starts.
You could drop buckets and not start.
He said he no baller.
It's more defensive play. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Slap that hardwood.
He ain't got no points. I won.
What's up?
Good night. Wait, what time is it?
It's 8 o'clock. I got about 30 minutes. Make sure you brush
Who's
your
that
teeth.
right there?
Okay.
Hey, Kennedy over here bothering me.
Hi.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Hi, Uncle Boo.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Travis.
Oh, she can't hear you because I got my headphones. They're saying hi to you.
I can hear him.
Oh, you can? Okay. All right. My bad.
There you go.
Let me shut the hell up forever then.
Hey, my voice goes past them headphones.
Evidently you do. All right, Coach, let's run it.
All right, folks, we better get started. Welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell. Come to you live from Black Mania. Wearing all black today. Jason got his all black on too. Travis didn't get the memo apparently because he don't have on his all black like he's supposed to.
But he represents.
He represents black straight from the hip shirts. That's what we need.
I don't
to
have
do.
one of those.
Hey, well, we do have a site where you can order all the shirts you want. Black, blue, red, your heart's desire, you know?
There you go. There you go.
Butler.
I got
Here are my partners, Mr. Jason Allen up top, Mr.
Hey.
Travis Butler, who is that way. Let me see, that way over there. So anyway, folks, we're looking forward to tonight's show. Mr. Butler's in the building right now. Miss Hood just dropped in. Hey, Nettie. Miss Peavy's been in here. She's at a basketball game where her son has 0 points at halftime. So, I mean, it makes you wonder what the hell he's doing out there anyway. Hey, Tom. Tom's in the building.
Hey,
I saw Tom this week. I went and checked out a movie. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes too, Jay. I forgot about that, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, we're going to save it for the show.
Don't get me started.
I saw Tom this weekend, too. So, I mean, he told me you was up there when I went up there. I came up there, I think, Saturday. He said you was up there Friday?
Yeah, I went up there Friday.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. Well,
we're going to talk about that.
Let's
anyway, come on, Jay.
First things first, let's go ahead and talk about the hot, I don't want to say the hot goss because we're not going to go that far, but the new hotness on the street. We got Cam Newton getting tried up at camp. So I don't know if anybody has seen the clip. If not, we're going to have it queued up for you real quickly here. And then so everybody can get a good look at it here and hear it. I'm going to have the volume on so we can enjoy this in all its glory. So, Cam Newton's at, I guess, one of his camps. You know, Coach knows about his camps. Coach be trying to go, coach at his camp, but Cam be telling him no. So,
That's very true. I love coaching at his camp.
Here's some of the audio from it.
You ass. You're a free agent. You're a free agent. I'm rich. You're a free agent. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You're a free agent. I'm rich. You're a free agent. I'm rich. He's a free agent. Where's your daddy at? Let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to your dad. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You ass.
Talk to. Let me. Where's your dad? Where's your pop?
You ass.
Where's that?
No, ain't no disrespect. If you wanted some attention, I'm gonna give you some attention. The right way, bro. The right way. When do y'all play?
We play them all.
What was y'all record today then?
1-2. No, 2-1.
What did you do? No, I wasn't able to see because y'all was too.
It's cameras on me.
All right, bro. What did he do, man? Does he play?
He got speed.
He got speed.
No, he's letting him speed.
Oh.
You gonna see?
Huh?
You gonna see?
Nah, don't act shy, nah, bro. Don't act shy.
Right here.
I'm asking. I couldn't see today.
You gonna watch YouTube? Bro, you watch YouTube? I know you do. You
cafeteria
crops, man.
No, stop. No, I'm really trying to ask you. Like, I'm trying to see like what you. That shit for real though. I'm like, you rep that 215. 205? 215. 215. Okay, cool. Bro. I'm just like, please don't be one-dimensional. Like you said something to me, then I go, I'm really trying to.
So I mean, it goes on for about a couple of more minutes,
Thank
but
you for turning that off.
I don't think we need to. Yeah. I think we got the gist of what was going on here. I'm gonna start with Travis, and then we're gonna finish with Cam's number one fan, which is Coach,
I can't wait
about
for
his feelings on that one. So, Travis, what is your diagnosis of this video? What do you think?
That kid just needs to shut his mouth and play some football. You know, like why are you hitting up Cam going, how much you get paid? He's got more money than you're ever gonna make.
Real quick, Travis. Real quick. Travis, I got a question real quick. Is that because he's black? He needs to shut up and play football.
Coach, be quiet and let Travis finish his point. Travis, please finish your point.
Aren't you at his camp trying to learn?
Oh, you talking about the play? I was talking about Coach. He said Coach was at his camp trying to learn. Sorry, go ahead, Travis.
Both, but mainly the kid. You're at his camp. Why are you trying to get it? He's just trying to do it for some attention and some Instagram follows and some likes. And then I love Cam tries him. He's not going to let him get away with that. What was your reaction? He says 1-2, and Cam starts laughing and goes, "Oh no, we were 2-1." Yeah, I bet he was 1-2, and then he's trying to save face in front of all his buddies. Man, just be quiet and go stand over there.
Coach Mitchell. I think your answer is probably going to be close to what my answer is, so I'm just going to give the floor to you. And what do you think about that interaction?
There's so much I could say. I mean, we could talk about this for the next hour. But, I mean, at the end of the day, is the kid wrong? The kid's in the wrong 100%. I mean, you don't address an adult like that, number one.
Thank you.
You don't go back and forth with an adult like that. And if it had been one of my kids from my team, I would have probably kicked him off the team, if not definitely suspended him for a while or whatever, because that's not representative of who I am and what our team is about. And I don't think a child should ever address somebody like that. Now, I don't think Cam Newton handled it well at all. I don't think he ever should have even talked to the kid. I was explaining to somebody earlier, I had something similar happen to me a couple of years ago. Somebody was behind us while we were playing, and they were just screaming out, you know, teamwork sucks, y'all ain't any good, this, that, and the other. I just turned around to see who it was. I said, who is that back there? I wanted to see if it was somebody I knew, if it was a kid that had a beef with me. I just wanted to see who it was. I made eye contact with the kid. I turned back around and went right back to coaching. He continued to talk and do his thing or whatever, and I just ignored it. And I think that's what Cam should have done. Number three, let me say this. I think that there are a lot of people out there like Cam Newton and maybe some other pro athletes who, because you're an athlete, when you get around these kids, you kind of treat them as an equal to you. And they're not an equal to you. And that's what gives them license to, they think that they can talk to you that way. He should be Mr. Newton to you. I mean, he's not Cam. I mean, that joke is 35 years old. I mean, you know, you ought to be calling him Mr. Newton anyway. And so, like I said, I think it's just a very dangerous area that you get into when you feel like because he's a pro athlete, because he's on TV, this, that, and other, I can talk to him any way I want to. I mean, the boy said to him, "You are ass." I mean, what is that? I mean, who says that to a grown man? I mean, he said, you know, you're broke. You're a free agent. All this other kind of stuff. And to me, I wouldn't even address it. I wouldn't have asked him where his parents were. I wouldn't have said a word. I'd have looked back there and saw who it was, been like, man, that's a child, and just kept it moving. So that's my stance on it. I'm not sure why he felt it was necessary to even go and have, well, I do know. Let me take that back. I think Cam Newton felt it was necessary to do that because he had to save face, because he felt like I'm in this game of playing the dozens and doing all this, that, and the other. And now he's embarrassed me in front of my crew. And so I got to get him back. You know, so he went as far as, where's your pappy and all this other kind of stuff. If you listen to other parts of the video that I've listened to, from the little thing on Movie Life, where's your pappy and all that other kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And, trying to basically play the dozens with a damn 13-year-old kid, which is embarrassing to me.
Yeah, so I'm not throwing any cape for the kid, but I must say that is a kid being a disrespectful kid. That is what it is. Cam's the grown ass man. Like, and I understand being competitive, and I understand it because we just saw when the clip started. We don't know what was going on before that. We don't know what was going on to make the kid yell that to Cam. We don't know. That guy could have been looking for attention or whatever, and looking for that viral moment or whatever the case may be. But I'm like you, Coach. I'm a grown ass man. I'm 36. I got 2 kids. I think Cam got kids. If a kid's gonna yell and talk to me like that, I'm just gonna be like, cool. Like, all right. I hope Cam can admit he played bad last year. I hope Cam can admit he played like ass last year. He had like 5 touchdowns throwing. Like, I mean, Tim Tebow had more throwing touchdowns than Cam did last year. So that's 1. 2, okay, the kid is talking to me. He's talking crazy. I have made the NFL. This kid is in a 7-on-7 camp that's probably ran and hosted by me. Why am I giving him that energy? Why am I even addressing him to make myself look foolish? So yeah, all right, you put this kid in the dozens and you try him up. Oh, so somebody give you some chicken wings after that? Like what was the point?
Amen.
Like what was the point? All he had to do was just let the kid talk. If you really wanted to be a responsible adult, pull that kid to the side. If he wanted to go, because the kid may wanted to go to the side, and you let it go. Pull that kid to the side and just be like, "Hey, look, man, what's going on? Like, I'm here. We all trying to work. We all trying to get better. We're trying to do this, blah blah. Like, talk to the kid. Like, don't put him on blast, and then you're gonna get this whole circle up, and then what was your record? Or what did you do today? Like,
you believe that?
What is that about?
Terrible. That was
what
terrible.
Is that about? In a team sport, now you're gonna point this kid out and be like, "What did you when he do anything?" Like, what?
That was awful.
If that kid didn't do a goddamn thing, but his team won or lost, it don't matter. He participated and he competed.
Right.
So like, then you go as far as like, okay, the kid went at you. You should ignore it. You don't ignore it. Then you go on further and then put this kid on blast and embarrass him. And I know some people out there like, well, damn right, that kid gonna talk, blah blah. He's a freaking kid. We all know. We go back to our age when we were young. We did a lot of stupid stuff. We talk a lot of crazy stuff or whatever. Cam's the adult. Walk away. Pull him to the side. But don't give a round table discussion where you're going to start just going at this kid. Like, for who and for what? Like, what did Cam win for that? Cam didn't win he didn't win anything for that. It made him look more like he's more childish than I thought.
Amen.
The immaturity that the Panthers talked about, it just shone through right there. Like,
amen.
Cam, you're a millionaire, bro. Like, you're upset that the kid's gonna say you broke and you was ass. I'll be like, cool, and I'm gonna cash that check tomorrow too. Fuck out of here, kid. Like,
well, let me say, Tony Nipper said kids don't lie.
Yeah.
And then Irvin Payne said, tell the kid to put the pads on. Don't do that, Irvin.
Yeah, what up there?
Yeah.
Don't buy into that, Irvin. Stop that. Guys, I mean, for what we really witnessed, it's really a tragedy. I mean, I hate to even see an exchange like that between any grown man. I don't care if he's a professional or not. I mean, and I'm not saying you get on that kid and try to put that kid in his place, but just ignore him. Like Jason said, if you can't pull him off to the side and just be like, listen, dude, I mean, let's me and you talk over here like this because, you really shouldn't be addressing me like that. I mean,
right.
The bottom line is I'm still a grown man and you're still a child. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it is. So I'm not going to talk to you anymore about it. I'm just going to tell you, try to be a little bit more respectful. And I mean, I'm being respectful to you by pulling you over here and talking to you in the way that I'm talking to you. If he wanted to address it at all, that's to me what should have been done. So I was embarrassed. I think it puts I talked to several 7-on-7 coaches today to get their feedback. Very much what I'm telling you guys right now. It puts another black eye on the sport of 7-on-7. You know what I mean? And we don't need any more negative attention than we already get for this sport because there are a lot of people who don't like the whole 7-on-7 thing anyway. And it just hurts us even more when this kind of stuff goes on.
Coach, Of course, you coach 7-on-7. Does every at those camps is like every coach for every team, or like at least one coach for every team there? Would it be possible that maybe there was a coach there that he could have talked to, or was it possible that maybe there wasn't a coach there and it was just a group of 7 kids or 8 kids
Yeah.
or whatever that showed
No,
up?
he should have. And I mean, if Jason shows another clip of Marcellus Wiley went off on his mentor, which is Quincy Avery. And because Quincy Avery runs YPL, Youth Passing League. Cam Newton obviously does Cam Newton. I do teamwork. And then Tony Ballard does Hustle Inc. And so those are 4 very popular teams here in the metro Atlanta area. And so, there's a little rival between us all and whatnot. Some friendly, some not so friendly. But like I said, Marcellus Wiley, for some reason, got into a beef with Quincy Avery on Twitter, and they've been going back and forth with each other. So Marcellus Wiley on Speak for Yourself the other day just went off on Quincy Avery about that whole deal when he found out that that kid is one of Quincy Avery's kids. Not personal kid, but in YPL, in his camp or in his stable, if you will. So like I said, it wasn't something that I endorse at all. I don't go back and forth with kids like that. When I'm at practice and these kids are on my team and whatnot, yeah, we talk a little trash to each other, and they're like, "Oh, coach, get out here," and I was like, "Y'all don't want me to get out there." And we go back and forth with a little friendly banter, but I don't think that was friendly at all. Right. I thought it was very, however you want to put it, it made me feel bad that it ever even happened, to be honest with you. So
yeah, I'm getting Marcellus Wiley clip of what he said. Give a quick rundown real quick here. Give me a second. Get that pulled up.
And I'm gonna say this before you put it on. I know Quincy Avery. I mean, I'm not Marcellus Wiley, who doesn't even know who he is. I know Quincy Avery, and Quincy Avery is normally, a very good guy as far as I know. Everything I know about him.
Here we go. Let me get the clip up here for you guys.
Natural eye, you see me asking the young man, "Where's your dad at?" But to me, talking to a child with everyone looking does me no good. So instead of speaking or going back and forth with a child, I wanted to have a man-to-man conversation with his father. I've given my time, my energy, and my expertise to these kids coming into our program for over 11 years, and that is not what people want to hear or even want to see. So Acho, man, you like how Cam Newton handled this one? I know, it's crunchy. We're about to go there.
That whole situation was so frustrating. Marcellus, it makes me grateful for those dirty slaps I received as a kid.
Idiot.
It makes me grateful for.
Here we go. I'll get it to where it's Marcellus on there, but we'll go ahead and just we'll move forward up on that one, man. I guess, Travis, you got any closing thoughts on the situation?
No, it's just, regretful that it had to happen, of course, but it did. We're talking about it, and hopefully both Cam and the player, as well as other players at the camp, right? Not just that young man, but everyone at that camp learns a little bit from it. So hopefully they all come away a little bit better out of it from this.
Just for the record, let me say this, because I want everybody to know I do not think that was Cam's camp. There was a big 7-on-7 competition in Myrtle Beach this weekend, and it's my understanding that that's where this happened. And you've got probably 10 different football fields out there. A lot of people will tend to flock to Cam Newton's field because a lot of people want to see Cam Newton.
Of course.
Because they've never seen Cam Newton before in person. So a lot of people, if you haven't seen him before, they'll kind of flock over there when they know that he probably got 4 teams out there playing, and he'll be coaching one of them. And the field that he's on, it tends to be more people over there because they want to watch and see him coaching his team. And he coaches his team much the way I coach my team, or Tony Ballard coaches his team, or anybody else. I mean, he gets after, and he's out there coaching and actually on the field, calling plays, doing things like that. And a lot of people have an interest in seeing that.
God, that was entertaining. That was funny. I think it was off. I don't like how Cam handled this.
Do this to me,
I know this is tough.
Do this to me.
I'm gonna get at the kid too with gloves on, but Cam, I gotta take my gloves off. Oh, that kid hit him where it hurts. Bullseye. Right there, where Cam is psychologically wobbling right now. This is why I don't like how Cam handled this heckler. Because hit dogs holler. And when you get hit, I don't care what the size of the rock was. Your first issue is who threw it. Now, Cam, once you know that a kid threw a rock, it's time to call the dogs off. But don't be the hit dog in this situation. And Cam sounds like the hit dog. You know how much I love Cam. But let me tell you why this is a bullseye. My daughter every day hits me. As soon as I wake her up, hey, baby, hey, daddy, hey, yeah, she does this. It doesn't hurt because she's a kid. And you know what? This is a situation where emotionally, whatever this kid is saying, it shouldn't hurt. Now, the kid is disrespectful. I'm going to get to that. But, Cam, no matter what this kid throws at you, it shouldn't hurt. In life, I always use this measuring stick. I always use this as the line of declaration of should I go to war with this person or stall them out. I check their life receipts. I check their life receipts. I don't care what you're talking about. I'm caring about who you are because you may have influence. This kid doesn't have enough life receipts for us to even check. So therefore, no return of fire.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he summed up kind of how a lot of us feel on that one, man.
I agree. He went hard on Quincy Avery because, like I said, they got some kind of beef, and Quincy Avery in turn said, thank God that, tweeted out, thank God that Marcellus Wiley doesn't have a whole lot of people who even watch his stupid show. Because if he did, it might actually hurt my business for the things that he said. And he actually put the clip in there for people to watch.
Oh, wow.
But basically said, you say that you are a quarterback guru and you're also supposed to be a mentor for young men. And if that's one of your young men that you're mentoring, I would never, parents don't ever put your kids in the hands of Quincy Avery. And he went off on Quincy Avery. So, if you get a chance to look at that clip, you'll see that.
Irvin, you're right. It is no win for the athlete in this situation. Let's switch gears to another struggling quarterback who we could call had an ass season as well. Our good old buddy, or rather, I should say, my good old buddy, Carson Wentz. So,
amen. Yeah, you take full credit for him.
The Eagles went on and did a thing and went on and traded Carson Wentz. And let's take a look at that compensation up here. So the Eagles got the Colts 3rd round and a conditional 2nd round that could turn into a 1st round. I forgot what it is. I think Carson Wentz has to play so many games as a starter, and I think it turns into a 1st. I'll double check that. But
I think it's 14 games is what the number is.
Okay, and then the Eagles will take $33.8 million dead cap hit, the largest in NFL history. That is how badly they wanted to get rid of Carson Wentz. So as the number 1 Carson Wentz guy here, and let's start off with one in evaluating the trade, and then we'll go from there. As the number 1 Carson Wentz guy, if there's any chance to salvage his career, this is it. The year that he messed up his knee, but he was having a great season. It was with Frank Reich as the offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Frank Reich is now the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Frank Reich made Phillip Rivers look like serviceable last year. So if it's any coach that can revive him, it will be Carson Wentz. It will be Frank Reich. As far as the Eagles, if that's not a note to tell you how bad they wanted to get up from under Carson Wentz, that you're willing to eat $33.8 million in dead cap, I just would have left him in camp to make him compete against Jalen Hurts and whoever I draft that quarterback in this draft. Because guarantee you, they're not going to go into the season with Jalen Hurts as their only quarterback. They're going to draft somebody. But for you to be like, nah, I'll take the hit. We'll get something for him and just take the hit on the money, especially on a lower cap year. That's saying a lot, and that's what makes me feel like, well, what are the Colts really getting? Because it sounds a lot like fool's gold when they're willing to take $33.8 million in dead money just to get somebody off their roster. So, again, I think it's a good move for the Colts. I think a 3rd round pick, that's easy. If you ends up turning into a 1st round pick next year, if Wentz is the guy you think he can be, or if he gets back to that level he was the year before he injured himself, a 1st round pick for next year is well worth the guy that was playing. I guess it would be 3 years ago at that point. So, Coach, what's your thoughts?
Well, I wish you could cue up some of those Carson Wentz discussions we had years ago. when I said he was ass, just like that little boy said. And everybody else was like, no, man, he's the guy. He's the guy. I didn't like him. I didn't like that jackass that just got traded out of Los Angeles. I didn't like neither one of them. I said that years ago. I'm like, why is everybody? I didn't like the boy from in New York, your boy from USC.
Oh, Sam Darnold. Yeah.
Sam
Okay.
Darnold. I didn't like any of them. I said, I think all three of them are terrible. And I didn't feel it. Now, I'm like you. I think if his career can be revived, he's in the right place because he got somebody there who believes in him. He got somebody there who trusts him. And I think he's kind of, he didn't have that anymore in Philadelphia. So he needed to go somewhere. I mean, I was hoping that he'd wind up maybe in Atlanta because that would help me secure Atlanta being a terrible football team for the next 4 or 5 years at least. Not that I'm not feeling secure already with Matty Ice back there. But in any event, like I said, go to Indianapolis. That does absolutely zero for me. I don't care one way or the other about him being in Indianapolis. So knock your socks off.
Travis, thoughts?
So for the Indianapolis side, I like it. You got a starting quarterback that, of course, Phillip Rivers has retired, so you needed someone. You have I think we all agree is a ready-made roster right now to compete for a championship, other than the quarterback situation. So if you believe in Carson Wentz, which, with Frank Reich having already worked with him in Philadelphia and he had success there, I get it as for the Colts. And let's face it, if they are competing for AFC championships, first Super Bowls over the next few years, that quote unquote first round pick that they're giving up is going to be a late first round pick anyway. So it's probably not going to be some top tenner. And you might have just set up, Carson Wentz is still a young quarterback. You could get 6-7 more years out of him. And you just, you set up your team right there and you gave up possibly a first and a second round pick. I like it for the Colts. For the Eagles, that's a lot of dead cap, but it is for only one season. It looks like they're trying to tank probably this year. I did see that they let go of Alshon and Deshaun, so that Deshaun Jackson, so that's more dead cap. You are probably going to end up getting a first round pick for Carson Wentz with the amount of games that he's going to play. So with that said, if you're just trying to rebuild, what do you want to rebuild? More assets, more picks. So I understand it for an Eagles situation as well. That's a lot of dead cap to hit, to take in, but it's only for 1 year. And you just basically say, we're going to sing for this 1 year and then we're going to rebuild. So I really like it for the Colts. The Eagles, it seems okay for them. It's not failure.
All right, to kind of run through some of the comments, Irvin just hit with you just hit on Travis said letting go of Alshon and D-Jax is a lot of dead money. Irvin also hit on that. Looks like the Eagles are going to be tanking this next year coming up. So, and as he's I guess Washington football team, I still want to call him the Redskins guy. So forget me if I ever call him that. Washington football team, he's a fan of them as well. And Coach Irvin agrees with you. With all of the misses on quarterbacks. I guess he was in your camp too. Me and Irvin had a bet a while back about who would have the better career, Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota. Looks like neither one of us won that. So just to throw that on the side note on that one.
Two more quarterbacks I was never crazy about. I can tell you that much. What's going on, Rick Randolph? Good to see you.
And Richard Hood said that when Boo was a kid,
I didn't.
Didn't like Joe Namath.
Right. I did not like Joe Namath. Never liked Joe Namath. You're right about that. I was a Roger Staubach fan.
And so who did they have besides T.Y. Hilton? Well, they drafted Michael Pittman. What was it, last year?
Yep.
Yeah, he's supposed to be coming alive, supposedly. But then I guess the one thing I do want to address in that move for the Colts, in the Colts' mind, I think they don't feel like they're giving up a lot because, I mean, it's a third, possibly a second. And to keep the word and the theme of today's show, that division's ass. So if you're going to make a move, this is the time to make the move because, I mean, the Jaguars, yeah, I mean, you may get Trevor Lawrence, but I don't think you're going to be ready to compete like that yet. We know that the Texans, with arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league, couldn't compete, so they're out of there. And then who else is left in the Titans? The Titans are a good squad. But they're beatable. They are beatable.
Yeah, they're good, but they're beatable. And if we all know the Texans and the Jags are terrible. So now you're sitting at a 50-50 coin flip, basically, between the Colts and the Titans. And if you're the Colts, you just got to feel like you probably are better than the Titans because I think you just have better talent than they do, other than Derrick Henry, right? So,
well, yeah, you got the better defense, probably better offensive and defensive lines. Yeah, I can see it. But yeah, so we'll see how it pans out again. And for Coach, I think they're both losers. So if I'm wrong. Okay.
Amen.
All right.
All this does is this secures the fact that there's only going to be about 8 good teams in the NFL next year. 8 out of 32. The other 24 are going to be terrible.
So here's a question real quick. So in the NFC East, who's your favorite now that Carson Wentz is of course not there? Who do you guys like? If Dak can get better, would you guys take the Cowboys?
We're really asking this kind of question?
What? I mean, there's only 2 teams left. There's only 2 teams left. It's going to be the Giants or the Cowboys. And I mean, that really will come down to the 2 quarterbacks. Because it's not, to me, if Dak is good or not, it's will Dak be well enough or not. If Dak is well, then I take the Cowboys. Because even if Daniel Jones is well, I'm not sure that means he's going to play well. I mean, because he's too riding that roller coaster. So I would take the Cowboys as being the odds-on favorite if Dak, doesn't have any drawbacks from his recovery.
And Irvin hit it right on the head. He took the comment right out of my words right out of my mouth. He typed it before I could get it out. Yes, every year Dallas is going to be the favorite, and he hit it right. I go win. This is go 7-9 or 8 or 8. Exactly. And I feel like at this point, until somebody unseeds Washington, I'm just going to ride with Washington too. Like, they made the playoffs last year. I know the division was bad. Let's not get it twisted. Is the division going to be bad next year? Hell yeah. They just made it easier because then we can officially erase the Eagles out of it so we can get them out the way. The Giants, like, I'm with Coach. As long as Fumbles McGee, Daniel Jones is their quarterback, we can just push them right onto the side because I don't think Saquon can throw the ball either. So right now we're looking at Dallas and the Washington football team, and the Washington football team did make the playoffs last year. So I'm going to go with them as the favorites in that division, just because that's something that's left.
And let us not forget that Daniel Jones was running for a touchdown, wide open, and nobody tackled himself. just fell out on the ground. I mean, dude, that's what kind of division we're talking about. That's what kind of quarterback play we're talking about.
Irvin add Daniel Jones to his list. All right, so we did hit on this one last week. We talked about the Serena Williams versus the Osaka match. So, the 2 queens going at it there. With that being said, guys, did anybody watch? And if you watched, what did you think? Let's start with you, Travis.
I watched a little bit of this match and a little bit of the final, but mostly just saw the highlights. Osaka, of course, won. It is is now her 4th career Grand Slam title. So congratulations to her. She looked very good both in the Serena game and the finals. But
hold on, Travis. Hold on. If she looked bad and still won, would it have mattered?
No.
All right, go ahead.
No, it wouldn't have, because she still won, and at the end of the day, winning is everything. So, but I did not see too much other than the fact that she won, and congratulations to her for her 4th Grand Slam title.
Coach, what you got on this one?
Serena just had too many unforced errors. I mean, she's kicking herself because she had a chance. And I picked Serena, as you know, to win. I thought that the moment was going to be too big for Naomi, but apparently it was too big for Serena. And Serena just choked. I mean, I think that she'd be willing to own up to that. I'm just trying to figure out why Serena got to wear that same suit over and over again. I mean, you know, it's like one time I'm good. I'm good with one time, but you know, I mean, does she have somebody going to the laundromat washing that thing?
Look, hey, coach, watch what you say, man. We're not gonna disrespect our black queens on this show. Take it easy. Watch what you say. You tread real lightly going here, brother. You and Black Mania. You should be tread real lightly here, bro.
That ain't no disrespect to the queen, because the queen should have enough money.
Hey, look. Hey, don't be that kid talking to Cam now. Coach. Don't be calling Serena going broke, bro. Let's slow down. Come on now.
I ain't talking about Serena going broke. I'm talking about why Serena got to wear that one leg thing all the time.
Coach,
that's all it is.
You act like
I know that's you like that uniform she wears.
I love it. Hey, so hold on. Here's a funny thing. So when the game first started, Coach called me. And I said, hell yeah, I like that outfit. Coach like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, you ain't watching the match? He go, nah, man, I just called you about whatever. I said, oh, shit, my bad. I'm talking about Serena. The comments over here killing you, Coach. They saying the same thing I'm saying. Slow down now. Slow down.
You act like the two games got played like within an hour of each other, and she couldn't have just taken that thing to get laundered within one of the 2 days that she had off. So, you know.
Let me tell you something. We got Keelanda Green Williams on here. She looks a lot like Serena. She like Serena's twin sister. So that's why she's talking all that trash. So anyway, go ahead, Jay.
So, well, you know, I took Naomi Osaka. I took her to win it. And I think, again, I was rooting for Serena, but, you know, I made a prediction on the show that I didn't think Serena would win anything recently. I feel like it'll be kind of almost Tiger-esque. She'll go a couple of years without winning, and then she'll win one when everybody starts counting her out. So I took Naomi just purely based on keeping to my prediction of that. You're right. Serena didn't play well, but I think Serena didn't play well because Osaka played out of her mind.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
Yeah, if you watch through the Australian Open, like that probably was Osaka's best match, you know, from the velocity of her serve, from just her returning Serena's serve. And if you watch that match, Serena was left and right, up and down, you know, side to side on the court. It seemed like Naomi didn't move much. And I mean, a few sets that Serena did win, I mean, she did kind of move. But at the end of the day, it looked like, I'm not going to say a passing of the torch, but it did look like she has mastered a way to kind of beat Serena. If that's the thing, if Serena's beatable, she's kind of figured it out, and it's more or less playing to the thing that Father Time is always going to do. Take some of your athleticism, take some of that speed, take some of that lateral movement. It looked like that was the focus of Osaka's plan, was to just run Serena, check that conditioning and whatever. And I think at the end, Serena had a tough run. I mean, she had a long and powerful run. I mean, the match before that, Serena came back being down and had to come back and win that in 2 sets. So I think hats off to Naomi. I think she played a great match. But I would say that post-interview after she beat Serena, we only got one more time that she can play this G golly wash. I'm just so happy to be here. No, you got 4 Grand Slams, sweetheart. You gotta act like you gotta act like you are now. Like you can't be playing this. I'm just so lucky. Nah. You gotta live in your moment now because you're that good. I mean,
it's always difficult when you're having a changing of the guard. Mm-hmm. If you remember when Larry Holmes, if y'all are old enough to remember when Larry Holmes beat Muhammad Ali, he was actually imploring the referee to stop the fight. He's like, dude, I'm not going to do this now. You know, I mean, you see he can't. I mean, he was waving at the referee like, come stop this fight. Right. And I think that's kind of what you're seeing with Naomi, in that she doesn't want to be that one who's like, hey, it's me now. It's all about me. You know, hey, she had her day, but now I'm the champ. She tried to gracefully, out of respect, and rightfully so, you know, kind of pass that torch. But I agree with you, Jason. I mean, it's like, I think what we're going to see going forward is going to be more of the expectation for her to win than it is for Serena to win, or anybody else, you know, for that matter. But especially when it comes down to the two of them, I think that it's going to be the expectation right away that she's going to win.
All right. And as you've been told to go to hell, boo. Again, told you don't come for the queen, bro.
Now let me tell you something.
Slow down, Coach.
Let me tell you something. I've been keeping up. That is the 110,316th time that Keelan DeGree Williams has said that to me. So I am totally immune to that at this point.
Oh man. Well, in more sadder news, I just kind of heard it recently, but evidently Tiger Woods was in a bad accident. I mean, my prayers go out to him and his family and etc. I'll pull it up here, and for people who haven't got it, because I know I just had to look. I recently watched it before we got on the show. I'll play a little clip of the news report, and then we'll kind of talk about it in a second here.
Yeah.
They're in critical condition, transferred to UCLA Harbor Medical Center. We believe it's someone famous. We just haven't been able to confirm that. We will work on that. But Hawthorne Boulevard is shut down in both directions here, and it looks like it will be. And now we are getting some confirmation, I believe, from the Sheriff's Department that it was Tiger Woods that was involved in that accident. So there'll be a lengthy investigation. It's unclear. We only see one vehicle here, so I don't know if it's a two-car collision or just the vehicle that Tiger was in or possibly driving that overturned, but it is badly damaged. We believe at least one person transported was in critical condition. We don't know for certain that was Tiger Woods, but somehow, according to the LA County Sheriff's Department, Tiger Woods was involved. That's a Bentley, so it's a high-profile, very expensive.
Hey man, don't be counting Tiger money like that, bro. So it was a Bentley. Slow down, homeboy. But yes, going to it. Yes, so Tiger, so I guess he had to have surgery immediately. And I'm not going to ask the obvious question because I know we all hearts prayers go out to his family, but I'm going to ask the real question. And Travis, we may have to slightly exclude you for a moment before we bring you in. As black folks, are we just tired now with Tiger just getting into shit? And I don't know what the circumstances is. But like Tiger was on that level for us, like MJS, Derek, now it's like almost like I feel like anything that happens with Tiger, it's something I just don't want to read no more. And it almost makes me feel like I'm trying to think of somebody else that's just going with that thread. I mean, Coach, now when you hear Tiger Woods' names, what do you feel or think about now? Besides, I don't think about golf anymore at all anymore.
I don't really think about golf either. When I see something like this, I'm thinking, with all that damn money, why the hell you driving yourself anyway? That's my question. I mean, why don't you have a driver and let somebody be driving? I mean, I hang around, when Bradley Roby, everybody knows that Bradley Roby came up with me. He's in the NFL. I mean, every time I go see Bradley calls an Uber to come pick us up, to take us to go eat, or to do what. I mean, I can't remember driving one time hardly. I take that back. I do remember one time he has some kind of Mercedes or whatever. And I mean, Bradley ain't got near the money that Tiger Woods has.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I just think that so much of it is so self-inflicted on him. It would be different if you felt like people are preying on him or this or that. Then you tend to rally the troops and let's all get behind Tiger. But when there's stuff that's just so self-inflicted on him, you're just like, dude, sit your ass down somewhere. Or dude, stop driving your own car. Let somebody drive you. I mean, spend a little money to get you a driver and let somebody drive you somewhere. Or things of that nature. So that's the troubling thing to me, is that apparently he can't see that himself.
Yeah, I just feel like this is one of those falls from grace that just it just doesn't sit right with me, because he had so much. I mean, he had the world in the palm of his hand, and I know the scandal and all that. I don't care about what he did in his life with the women and all that.
Yeah, man, nobody care about that.
That's no skin on my back. Whatever. But I do feel some kind of way that it feels like from the previous, like he had an addiction to pain pills and medication. It looked like he just made, like you said, some bad choices that I don't know. When I hear his name now, I cringe now, because I feel like it's just going to be another knock on this great man's legacy, which I know no one can take away from him. But when the story of Tiger Woods is going to be written, half of it's going to be about golf, and it's going to be a whole other half of it that's going to be about non-golf related issues. If anybody has HBO Max, they did a great documentary, 2-part documentary on him and his life, which was amazing, and it kind of gave me a better perspective on Tiger. Now, Travis, now bringing in the white guy now. When white people hear Tiger Woods, what do you guys associate with him now?
At least for me, you know, I just look at it as basically now like a former fantastic golfer that, you know, is famous for what he did years and years ago. And it's just like no one really knows what's going on with him lately, you know, because let's not forget that this isn't the first auto accident that he's had. Remember the one where it was in the middle of the night and someone was chasing him down with a golf club or something and beating down his vehicle. So
supposedly was his wife. Don't say somebody. Supposedly was his wife.
Okay, there you go. But again, I don't remember all the details, but like it's just like fantastic golfer back in the day and then started having injuries. You know, the back injury starts, you know, coming along and he's got to take time off and it never seems to fully heal. And then he is able to win, you know, that Masters, 2 years ago. And it's like, okay, maybe he's going to be back. And it just hasn't gone right for him. I will say, I have looked up, he's got 2 fractured bones, one in each leg, and a shattered ankle. I don't know if it's a left or right, but one of his ankles is shattered. That's the initial report. So one broken bone in each leg, and one ankle is completely shattered.
I'm gonna let Jason read Richard Hood's comment because I saw you laughing at it.
Mr. Hood says Tiger needs to spend a month with Nettie, his wife, Mrs. Hood, so she can teach him on how to get someone else to drive you around no matter when and where you need to go. Message to that. Shout out to that. Yes.
I heard that.
maybe if he comes over, he'll invite Julio too.
And let's make sure we understand that we're not going to talk about Tiger and all the women and all that stuff because if we, you know, blame people for that kind of stuff, Jason could do this show.
Look here, I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm the constant professional, the constant husband and father. No idea what that means. He just means that because I gossip so much, I would be talking about so many athletes and celebrities that we would never have time for real sports, is what he's trying to say.
My God.
But yes, it just I know, right, Irvin? You see how you trying to do me? Actually, as we go on to the next subject, the next segment, this segment is probably more for Irvin Zolli because he's a sports fan, but basketball aficionado, that's why I call him, at least for that one. Okay. Miss Hood, clap back. Let's go ahead for the record. I drive my own damn self to the beach. Right on. Hey, if you're going to drive, make it worth it. Make it worth it if you're going to drive.
I know that's right.
So, to most people's chagrin or love, we are going to try to bring a little bit of basketball in here that people can stomach. So, we're going to have Coach comment on the top 10 plays from yesterday in the NBA. Coach, are you ready?
I'm ready for this.
All right, here we go.
See, that's just average to me. Boom. That was terrible.
That was just a bunch of passes and a dunk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's terrible. That's a decent block, but it's just a decent block. It's not even really a denial of a dunk. I'll give that one that deserves to be a 9. That probably should have been a 10.
That was against one of the Ball brothers, so that made it even better.
I don't know what that is. What's that, Jason? That's a layup.
Yeah. Because I gotta probably pause as you guys go through the other ones. All right, here's number 8 again. Put him on skates.
Okay, a little razzle dazzle. I get it. Who is that?
Shout out to, I think it's John Wall.
John Wall?
No.
I hope so. I like John Wall. That was decent right there, though.
John Wall? That might.
Ooh.
Who is that? That's nasty right there. Is that John Morant?
No, that's Gilgeous Alexander, I think.
Okay.
Oklahoma City.
Irvin's probably correcting all of us, so just so you know.
Yeah,
okay. Give our Wizards some love out here.
That's Westbrook.
No, he just did that because it's a white dude dunking.
Woo!
Only because it's over that guy.
Zach
Holy,
Levine.
okay.
That was a nice little follow. Levine is nasty, though.
Oh.
Okay.
Dude, that's a reverse layup.
Okay. I see
that's
him.
a reverse layup. So,
Oh, I'd like to see you do that.
back in the day.
Okay.
That was nasty. I'm going to give him that. Right there, that's nasty. Yeah, I like that.
I like 4 better than 3.
All right, swinging the rock. Okay. Oh, hands up.
No, I would have been better if he'd have dunked it.
Agreed.
No, that's a layup. Stop putting these layups on there. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Now, see, there we go. If you're going to do it, that's how you do it. Why did number 9 right there even try to block that? That's terrible.
Jay, do you have the Zion dunk from this past week?
No, I said this is just from yesterday. I do.
Okay.
You try to make me do too much work here, Travis. But I'll start collecting from the previous week. I'll try to do that from the previous week then.
I'm so glad Jason put that on there because this is why I don't watch basketball anymore. We just saw the top 10 plays. And I mean, maybe 1, maybe 2. I'm going to give it 1.5 plays actually was something that thrilled me to see of the top 10 plays from last night. Jason, you need to do that more often right there because that's what I'm talking about. And don't get me wrong. I know that Anthony Davis is hurt right now. You know, LeBron James is whatever. Who knows if they're trying to rest him or not. I hear different things about that every day. Right now, they say Kyrie is the show. They say Kyrie Irving is the show. Like, I mean, he's doing incredible stuff. So I thought he would at least make one of them highlights. Maybe they didn't play last night. But it's hard, too, because the NBA has changed, too, now where there's not a whole lot of dunking anymore. It's more the outside game. It's more the James Harden from the outside, Kyrie from the outside, KD from the outside. I mean, there's a bunch of those types of shooters in the game now where you don't have all that driving and dunking and facials and all that stuff that I grew up with in the Jordan era of the NBA.
Well, Irv said Bill had a reverse that should have made it up there. All right, so I found for you, Travis, the highlights of the week. Not just from last night, so I don't know what it said for week 9. So this was on February 22nd when it was posted. So,
Let's see. See, there we go. That looked a little better there. That looked nasty.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Well, that's Edwards from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo.
That's nasty right there.
That's what I said.
That might be the dunk of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Zion. Sorry.
Sorry, I meant Edwards. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about that, but I hadn't seen it yet.
Oh, I saw
that. Was nasty.
Woo! Game winner in the corner?
Yep.
Oh, it's all tie. Okay, I think that's gross.
No, that won.
That's gross.
That won it.
Dude, play that again. He had his eyes closed. He didn't see that.
Travis, keep an eye on the thread for me because I can't see the thread when it clips up. So
okay.
Oh, hard with the step back.
But see, the thing about it is they got that as one of the plays of the week. He does that shit 14 times a game from that same spot.
Oh, they're giving me a commercial. Sorry, guys.
Mr. Payne says, "Come on, coach."
No, Irvin, you know I'm right. How many times you seen Harden do that?
It's Steph. Is he gonna cook? Uh-oh.
We already know what's coming here.
Ooh.
Know what's coming. Dude, I mean, why are those highlights?
Oh, come on, man.
That joker did that thing 5 times in the same game.
Yeah, with 17 seconds left in the game, though. Come on.
I know he did it with 17 seconds when the game first started.
And that crossover was nasty, coach.
I know, but I'm just saying it's routine. He does it so much.
Well, if it's routine, why are we watching basketball when the ball goes in?
Hey, look here. They ain't got to do my wizards like that. They don't got to do my wizards like that, man.
Who shot that?
Jamal Murray.
Oh yeah, Jamal Murray's nasty. He proved that in the playoffs last year. I never even knew who he was till last year. He is nasty. I'm gonna get at him.
And do my Wizards like that.
Yeah, they did.
And they keep showing too.
Don't do that, Coach. This must be the blasphemy podcast for Coach. You didn't try Serena, try my Wizards.
You know, I'm trying to shut down the Wizards franchise. I'm trying to come up with that magic number that if you don't win this many, you got to sell your franchise.
Okay.
For NBA.
Little control there. Okay, I see him. Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar. But that's
oh,
a
no,
layup.
Coach. It was a layup. So I don't know if you count it, Coach.
Thank you. That's a layup. There ain't no counting there for no special play.
Ooh.
Now, that was nasty right there. Who is that? Yeah.
That's Edwards, I think.
Yeah. Edwards got two of the 10 plays.
Oh!
That's nasty. That's nasty right there. They don't know where that came from. Steph doesn't get enough.
My God.
Steph doesn't get enough credit for his handles.
My God. That's the old man. Jeff Green put that down like that? Oh, my God.
They did that because of Harden's assist.
Oh, that's why they gave it to him?
That's why that's a highlight.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Now.
Oh, yeah, I bet you Shaq better slow down. Shaq better slow down.
Donovan Mitchell, baby.
Put some respect on him. Shaq better put some respect on him.
Dude, that's nasty. Boom, he's a little man, too. He ain't but about 6'5". That's a little.
What about Wizards on here again, man? What they doing to my Wizards, bro? Come on, man.
They're the New Jersey Generals.
They're gonna have to stop this disrespect, man. They're gonna have to stop this disrespect.
I do like how for the Wizard highlights, when they're getting trashed, they show it about 8 times, but I know, right? They only show once.
I know.
But the sad part, at the end of the third, it was 92-89. That's the crazy part. Oh, okay. I ain't mad at you.
That was luck. I don't want to see that.
That's the same one that hit the game winner, though.
That ain't no top play. That's luck.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
We'll give it. Let me fast forward in the week because otherwise it's 16 minutes long. So let's get a little further down and see what they give us then.
Ooh, that was nasty. That was a block.
And then they gave you the commercial.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to try to get ones that don't have so many commercials in it next time. But yeah, we're going to try to every week bring up some basketball highlights because I know nobody wants to watch the games, but at least we get some highlights in. It's more enjoyable than having to watch a full game because Coach won't watch it.
Tom said that the Wizards are the new Falcons.
Hey,
that's what I'm talking about, Tom.
Next month is March. We can talk about NCAA basketball.
Did you say NCAA basketball?
Oh, you talking to us?
Travis.
Oh! I thought you were talking about yourself on your personal platform, and you were going to talk about. Oh, okay. I mean,
Travis, I would much rather watch female sumo wrestling than damn NCAA basketball. For what?
On. March Madness is coming up. I know how much you guys love that.
And who is ranked number 1 right now?
Gonzaga.
I mean, and who? Give me the top 5.
Gonzaga, Baylor, Michigan, Ohio State, and Illinois.
Only intrigue in that whole lineup you just said is Michigan, and only because what's his name took over as a coach, and he might be able to win a national championship, which would make some kind of news. That's about it.
Okay.
What's the head coach's name?
Juwan Howard.
There you go, Juwan Howard. That's the only intrigue that might be in in the whole tournament. As far as I'm concerned.
Not Gonzaga undefeated, never won a national championship, even though they've been so close for 20 years. No,
who you talking about, Gonzaga?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna win it. They ain't gonna win it. It's gonna be. It's probably gonna be Michigan. It's probably gonna be Michigan. Gonzaga ain't gonna win this time either.
Okay.
See what I tell you.
Sidebar, I guess Travis said Deion Sanders won his first game, supposedly.
He did. And then he got robbed right after he won.
Yes.
Did you hear about that?
I thought he said later that he didn't get robbed. He misplaced his stuff and he thought he was robbed.
That's what the university tried to say to cover it up.
Gotcha.
And Deion Sanders was like, no, I was robbed, and then they got my stuff back.
Okay.
So he said, don't get it twisted. I was robbed. Now, another thing I did see that I really liked, Troy Aikman actually made it down there to see his game, his first game. And Deion Sanders was crying in Troy Aikman's arms because he's just like, I can't believe, all the stuff going on in Texas right now, snow everywhere and all that, and you found a way to get down here and watch me play, and it really meant a lot to Deion.
Here's the question, man. Who the hell is robbing Deion Sanders, man? Come on, guys. Now, I mean, I know this show has been just a cesspool of kids acting bad, but Jesus Christ, man, who robbing Deion Sanders? Who's gonna rob prime time?
I'm gonna tell you who's robbing him. Somebody who has very good taste. Somebody who wants some good shit. They know they're gonna get some quality stuff. Ain't gonna be getting no knockoffs if you rob Deion Sanders. That's who robbed Deion Sanders.
Well, on that note, so Coach, just go ahead and wrap it up now.
Folks, it's time for us to get out of here. Want to thank everybody for being on here. Irvin Payne, thank you, Irvin, for participating. All your comments have been great. Thank you, Tom. Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Hood, who are always here. I saw Miss Ham on here. I saw Keelonda Green Williams on here. Guys, we love it when you guys come on the show. It makes it so much better and so much more fun for us. Mr. Butler, you are a staple on this show. You are always here. I know the only reason you're here is to watch out for your son, but we don't mind. We just glad you're here. And we appreciate you for being here. Folks, we got to get out of here. We'll see all y'all next week. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.
Thank you, guys.